Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got a 1v1 multiplayer game on Timian map for you. This is the new version of it, the 2022 version. Let's have a look. I'm using Russia and my opponent's using Ukraine for this one. Yeah, I've got my engineer. He's heading for the oil derrick, closest one as usual. I'm sending my rifles out on their early missions. One or two, look, they're heading for the... One's heading for the oil derrick to guard it and see if he sent his engineer there. This guy looks like he's going to scout the enemy base, but my opponent isn't producing rifles yet. He's got his engineer and he's sending it straight for that. He's actually got 2 power plants, so he's playing it safe there for power plants, but this guy's seen no engineer, but he's... Oh no, he nearly sneaked past them, but not quite. 2 guys spotted him, and I'm capturing my second oil derrick. My opponent... Oh, look at that. The rifleman nearly spotted him, but he was in move command. So I've captured my oil derrick. There's my opponent scouting, so he knows I've got that one. And he's guarding this one nicely, but not many infantry guarding it. But I thought I'd actually send these rifles back to protect this oil derrick, and then rally some more forces here, and then think about attacking this one. My opponent's got 2 barracks already, so he'll have faster infantry production. But I've got a larger army at this point. We've got a group of grenadiers, look. Because these guys move quicker than any other standard infantry. And looks like I'm making a move on the oil derrick. These riflemen above, below, and I've got my scout vehicle. But we've got... What is that? Is that 6? 6 of them? And my first rifle guard has spotted him. Yeah, he's taken one out. But they've actually spotted him as well. He was taken straight out. They'll run into this rifle guard as well. But I think my opponent's actually paying attention. Look, I'm about to capture that. But yeah, I think he's controlling them. And they do. They're faster than any normal infantry. They move as quickly as Tanya. And I've actually picked him up for the last bit of the journey and dropped him off. There you go. So he's capturing that, but my opponent is moving in with his grenadiers, and I bet I only spotted them once. Yeah, look, I haven't reacted, so that's what's set them off. I've probably noticed them a few moments before they actually threw their first grenades. So I was lucky there, but I'm assuming we're in low power. Yeah, I am. And I've just placed that structure. What? Yeah, and it takes 22 seconds to build a power plant when you're in low power. Now, it would normally take 8 seconds, so you're in a very bad situation. All the time you're in low power, your opponent has a big advantage in production speed and build speed of everything. He can build structures, defences, infantry, vehicles, everything he can build faster if you're in low power. That's why the allied ability to put a spy in a power plant is very handy, because you can just put one in a ranger every now and then, and it puts them in low power for about 20 seconds. Now, if you can do that a few times, and then maybe put them in low power in another way, you won't have gren drops if you're allies, but, you know, something similar, and then, you know, you could have your opponent in low power for a nice amount of the game, and hopefully win it because of that. Or gain a nice advantage because of it. He's going for my oil derrick. On this version, they're at full health. So it's just still alive. And my APC's lucky to be alive. And these guys are too close. It killed about 8 men, that. Luckily, the rocket soldier survived. That literally killed 8 soldiers because I was too close. But he's falling back. Luckily, he's not got enough units to confront me here, because even though I've only got 1 vehicle, there's too many infantry for him to confront. He's got one rocket soldier anyway. His tank looks like it might be backing off, maybe for repairs, perhaps. But yeah, you need to replace your rifle guards and scouts when they're destroyed. Like the grenadiers moving this way, they killed my rifle guards. Now you have to replace them for the next time you send units this way, because they'll know they've cleared out your rifle guards and your rifle scouts. They know that they've cleared them out, so they think they can send units that way, so you have to replace them just to get that warning. And one, you can easily miss it. I missed those too. It was just luckily they did do a bit of damage. But I was busy capturing this. So having 2 or more is really essential just to get that warning. And that's why base defense is placed at the edges of your base to warn of approach from the side of the map like that. That's an excellent place to put a base defense, because you'll see combat going off and the warning on the map if it takes damage or something. Now a Tesla coil or a pillbox sounds a lot louder when it goes off, so you'll hear that. Whereas a flame tower is pretty much silent, you won't hear it. So you'll only get a warning on the map, which can easily be missed. But a pillbox, say here, or a Tesla coil, that will warn you, because you'll hear it. You'll hear the sound effects of the machine gun or the Tesla zap, the lightning bolt, one or the other, you'll hear it. And that's valuable in itself, that vocal warning that you're under attack from a flank. If you can miss them, like I say, they moved past 2 rifle guards and it looked like I missed it because my attention was elsewhere. That's why it's essential to place them, just to hopefully provide warning and do a bit of damage as the enemies approach. Plus, if you do see them and they kill this first rifle guard, for example, you notice, then you'll get to see how quickly they destroy the next one, to see how quickly they're approaching. Or if they're approaching at all, they may see that you've noticed their rifle guard, or assume you've noticed, kill it and then back off. That happens quite a lot. It looks like he's targeting my oil derrick, and that, once he destroys that, it'll put us at 1 each. Yeah, he's got flamethrowers and rocket troops. Now I'm moving forward here because I'm taking this MCV look to expand forward, and I've got my grenadier drop there, but I'm also attacking his main base, and he knows he's bringing his units back. Now let's have a look at the 28,000 to me, 12,000 to my opponent in army value. So he's going to have to rely, look at these V2 shots, he's going to have to rely on his varied unit combinations and base defences to actually hold off my attack. Now there's my APC with the grenadiers in, and it's being attacked by an aeroplane. If that blows up, it'll kill everyone inside it. And I'm going for his service depot. I've got it. Yeah, this thing's gonna die. Just got out 3 of them. 3 grenadiers made it out. And the plane crashed and killed one. A tank crushed another. Come on, you can do it. Do it for your comrades. Looks like I'm falling back. 1 more grenade will do it. Yeah, he actually got the power plant, so he did his job. And there's an attack here, look. There's his base defences and troops defending it. Yeah, I've overrun him. There wasn't enough here. That it was pretty much everything he had was brought back here, because he did have a small attack around his attack force moving out because it destroyed my oil derrick, but he brought it back when I attacked here. So this is all he's got basically, but these V2s are going to be painful. Look at that. Yeah, they're nice hits. Very well done. Now he's still in low power. This is bad situation. He's been overrun, but look at these V2 shots, they're lovely, and if he's not careful he'll destroy his own refinery. Those V2 missiles have a big splash damage. That was a nice shot, and this one will do it. Yes, he's destroyed his own refinery, but it doesn't matter by this point. Look, he's actually wiped out my force there. Now that is excellent. He's destroyed a decent army, but I've got another force here, the original force that attacked, and now the 2nd Guards Tank Division is moving in. Here's the 1st Tank Division. They've done well, taken a lot of losses, look. And I'm trying to move them forward to target the V2, because that's the big threat, and I'm losing these tanks. But here we go, here's the 2nd Guards Tank Division moving in. Going straight for the V2. That's what we like to see. Combat engineers, there you go, with flamethrowers. And yeah, not many things are going to stand up to 5 heavy tanks. But I've overrun him, and now here I left this refinery alive because I've got an engineer that's holding it. And pause it one moment. I've got thieves infiltrating. And my opponent's got 5 grand, I've got 6. So here you go, it's 2.5 grand I've taken. There's another 1,000 something. And then he's called it, because I had hold of his economy. And that was the only thing he had going for him, was the money that he had left. Now I'm at 10,000, he's at 1,400. The thieves are excellent. As soon as I had a radar dome look, get the thieves built straight away and get on it. Right, I'm going to add a second game to this post. Just, you know, so there's a bit more content and it's a bit more of a substantial video. But this one is a 1v1 on Bucharest map. I am using Russia and my opponent's using France for this one. And with barracks placed, I'm sending my first rifleman out, look, towards the enemy oil derrick. What's my opponent doing? Yeah, he's sending his to the middle ground. Looks like he's properly securing his oil derrick without revealing his presence by targeting barrels. Now, I saw that 5-stack straight away with that single rifleman, but I chose to continue with these 2 guys and check out his base if I could. And the rest of my infantry are defending my engineer. But he would have seen that I've got view range from the oil derrick, and he's smart enough to back off, because attacking like that with 5 infantry, no, he's not going to get anywhere. And yeah, I've sent my first rifleman in. There's another one, rifle scouts. Let's see. Yeah, I've revealed the construction yard. And yeah, look, I've sent him on a backwards and forwards journey. Just to... Yeah, he's got rifles defending his base, so he'll be okay. See how much my rifleman can reveal on his return trip. There, he's seen a refinery and the power plant. There you go, another refinery and construction yard. So he did well there. Did his job. And I'm backing off with this rifleman just to keep an eye on these, and this one here, just to keep an eye on the expansions to see when he actually expands. And I targeted the barrels there. Now building rocket troops. And our 3rd refineries, by the looks of it. My opponent's building his 2nd, but it looks like he's sold one. Probably for power. So have a look at early army values. Got 4,000 each. I'm slightly ahead. I'm protecting this oil derrick. And my opponent, I've just decided to move out at the wrong time. I shouldn't have done that. Now, I nearly got his light tank. Very nearly. But I almost lost my APC at the same time. Now we're both backing away. I should have left these troops here. But I thought, no, without this vehicle... It looked like he had one too many troops for me to make a stand. And he has got a larger army. I'm at 4,400. He's at 5,600. And I'm getting repairs. My APC's okay. He's bringing forward a load of spare troops. And his light tanks back up to full health. See, I'm big time on the defensive, look. See, I've moved everything back here. I'm sending scouts out, and it's revealing some of my opponent's positions. But I would have thought, might have even thought that's a single rifleman I've just fought there. I've got this guy here. So let's see, did it warn me? Looks like I'm busy here. and I've got a grenadier drop, I'm obviously realising that I'm not being aggressive enough and I need to do something. So I'm trying to send another rifle scout, look, to investigate the enemy base. He's on move command. Go on, hurry up. He'll get shot. And he's spotted an MCV at least. Now, these ore trucks are extremely vulnerable, but he saw that my rifle scout revealed their presence, so he probably thinks I'm waiting for him here. When I'm not. See, these are mined out, all that. I need to get them over here quickly. And I thought I'll send this on a mission straight away to the bottom corner. And it looks like we're both going the same way. Except I've sent these guys, but they're not escorting him anywhere like they should be. Let's see. Got that, placed my refinery immediately and revealed that, yeah, you're in trouble. So I lost an ore truck straight away, wasted a refinery, and now I'm in not sure of what to do. Because I was thinking of sending this force, once I've escorted my MCV, to attack. Now they're just sat there and I'm not sure. My opponent has got an army here. And this one, what are these guys doing? I thought they'd be moving this way. So that's why I sent these guys back, and they're not. They've gone back home. No, now they're coming this way, and I've sent my MCV. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's attacking here, but I've sent him packing because I've got more than enough to stop him on that side. But my MCV, I was not paying any attention, look, and it's under fire from the turret. Pillbox. And I'm not even aware, because I'm doing this Gren drop, look. And I've taken out a power plant. Can I get a second? Yes, I've taken out a second, and I'm saving my APC. Grenadiers got gunned down, but yes, I lost my MCV. And they've decided to attack again. Now decided that's too many to send, so some are coming back. And there you go, I lost that MCV in the middle of all that, without realising. At one point I was like, oh, what's happened? And then saw this. So I knew. But I've got a vehicle here, and he's only got that light tank at the back. So it's no good. He's been overrun there. 15,000 army value to me, 21,000 to my opponent. So here's my APC. I'm sending him on a little scouting mission, and I've got to be careful that my movements aren't revealed by this oil derrick, and I also have to protect this. But now I'm down to one MCV, so I've got another one on building, and it's ordered to go here. Now there's this small attack force, and I really am stuck for what to do. You know, this force isn't large enough, and it's not in the right position. If it was in the middle of my structures, it'd be alright. No problem, I could hold these, but in the field like this, no good. And I've got this small force, it's moving into attack. And I've got my tanks in position, look, but yeah, and base defences helping out. So it's improving the battle slightly. See what goes on here. Nothing. I've just had my troops slaughtered and my vehicles having to turn tail. But here's my MCV, and it looks like he's heading straight for it, just to check in case I've got an expansion. And I have for about 2 seconds. So that's just really, really, like, bad luck. Now he's packing up, he's trying to drive off, but his chances, I don't reckon they're any good because these medium tanks are too quick. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, that was terrible. That's 2 MCVs I've just sent to their death. And if that doesn't lose you a game, then I don't know what does. Look, there it is, a smouldering wreck. He can actually steal it if he wants. He probably hasn't got time. Not now, anyway. But he could have done. And I'm capturing the oil derrick, look, because I do think it's important to always, if you can, take it. And why not? Why wait if you can? And I was hoping to get the other one, but there were more important things. My opponent's got 11 grand. Could have done with some thieves. But I haven't got a radar dome, sadly. What I could have done with some thieves to attack. I've got 12,000, he's got 23,000 worth of army, so I'm lucky to catch this small force. The first tank division has attacked the enemy's infantry division. But look, he's attacking elsewhere. The enemy's second corps. And very few tank forces in position to resist them. Economic assets under threat. Being attacked in the second place. My only current expansion, because every time I've tried, I've like fluffed the expansions. So I've had to give up one part and defend another. So I'm trying to stop these guys, and I've lost my ore trucks. They've just wiped them out. That was brutal, and I thought I'll place a flame tower and start doing a bit of damage with these guys, because they haven't got vehicles, so I thought I can destroy these. Placed another refinery, and there's another ore truck being lost. Just eating his way through my forces, and this army's too large. I shouldn't be approaching them, I should be here. I'm at 8,000 army value, my opponent's at 27,000. So, yeah, we're in a bad way. My opponent could have expanded all over the map if he wanted to by now. He could be here, here, and here if he wanted. And I've defeated this force here. That's easy. I've got vehicles, defences, and infantry. He's got troops, so they're doomed. But, you know, he's got a 25,000 army value. And I've just reached 10,000. Flame towers are nice. They do barbecue the enemy, alright. Yeah, there's game sense. And, oh no, I saw him. Thought that was way too far away. No, that was nice. I spotted him. That was turned out to be placed well in the end after all, because I can use that, but it gave me some useful view range there. That was handy. So I've actually thought, oh, I've destroyed a few of his forces here. They've actually attacked and I've wiped them out. So I'll let some cash build up with my only ore truck and move this guy out. And here we go, the enemy's first army is attacking all their tanks, their infantry divisions, all arranged. And I thought, right, I'll have a multi-tiered defence where he can run through some units, but then he's going to find more units firing on him. And I actually managed to, you know, face these tanks fairly well. Yeah, look, he's only got a couple left, like what, 4 left, and there's that one's going down if I've got any. Oh, look. He's got Tanya on the job now, so it's over. Tanya's too powerful with that army behind her. And I couldn't take her out. I tried, but I couldn't take her out. I was trying to sell structures and use the troops and stuff, but I've called it there because I've got this and I'm building, but yeah, I'm doomed. I could train 50 troops and what would it do against this? And Tanya in that situation, I was just sort of like really like badly beaten, and I posted a game against this opponent where I actually defeated them, and when I played against him today and he like basically slaughtered me here, as you've just seen, I thought it's only right to post it because it's actually, I've got to be realistic and show a fair, true version of what happens, and for me to post a game where I beat him and leave it there isn't really a fair viewpoint of our two comparative skill levels, you see. It's not actually it's not an honest portrayal of Red Alert. So that's why I posted this one, because this is, with this and the last game where I defeated this player, I do get lucky now and then and play a good game. And yeah, I've only had a few games at this point. I was a bit sleepy. It's late and that, but you know, it shows you, you know, you can lose a game and any time, and you can win them now and then. But this is a more sort of accurate like representation of our skill levels, to be fair, where this opponent would beat me most of the time. So I just thought it's only fair to post this game, you know, alongside the other post from a couple of days ago where I beat this player. It's only right to show this because, well, to be fair, they are far better than me. It's just I got a nice win on them that day, and it happens. But here's the army graph. You can see I was slightly behind, and then they had a nice, increase in army, just as mine sort of like leveled off, and then obviously combat has started. And I've not done very well at all. But I did recover a bit. Oh, yeah, I did. But those recovery points where my army value is going up a bit, it was kind of irrelevant. I was beaten early on, I think. I was too defensive, and I was beaten down before I even started, to be fair. It just happens, like, I wasn't on form enough to take this guy on. But here's the earnings graph. So there you go. Look at this. It's the same. Like, I did recover a little bit. My earnings are all right, but yeah, my opponent beat me in earnings. But to be fair, the truth is probably somewhere in between both of these posts where I beat him and then this one. I wouldn't normally do this badly because it was a terrible attempt, to be fair. So yeah, the truth probably lies somewhere in between, and as always, you have to intuit that yourself by watching both games. Maybe we'll get a decider. Actually, maybe if you fancy seeing that, let us know in the comments, and if you know the guy, let him know, and we'll have a decider sometime. There's the earnings graph. Yeah, we've seen the army graph, earnings graph. My opponent's finishing army is going to be impressive. 31,000, he's got Tanya, helicopters, and I killed 165 units, my opponent killed 210. So, considering that, it's not bad, and I think I got some of those, the reason why my kills aren't too bad compared to how I did is because of those victories near the end where I had some defensive victories, one down here and one up here, and that's bumped up my kills because normally I think I would have got about half the kills he did, you know, if it was representing how well I did, but I just got some extra kills that bumped up that kill count because of the last couple of engagements where I actually won a couple of defensive battles. But I lost 27 structures, my opponent lost 3. If that ain't like a sign of an arse kicking, I don't know what is. But as support powers, my opponent's actually counting down the GPS satellite, so he's got a tech centre and he's producing more helipads, defences, tanks and helicopters. So he's got his war machine properly churning him out. He's got 7 ore trucks left. I earned 72,000, he earned 107,000. And the basics, I'm at 26 actions per minute and he was at 33. So there you go, there's your stats and graphs and charts, and that's the second game. So if you like both those games, like what you saw, give us a sub and a like. And I hope everyone enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed playing them, and take good care of yourselves, and until next time, goodbye.
Battle control terminated.